Hello student, welcome back to lecture 21, segment format of transmission control protocol, unit 4, transmission control protocol of internet and web technology, course code 1618503. In this lecture, we are going to cover about introduction about transmission control protocol and segment format of transmission control protocol. First of all, we will see that introduction about transmission control protocol. So, the transmission control protocol or TCP protocol for it is a standard protocol for exchanging data between different devices in the computer network. So, the current version of the transmission control protocol allows two endpoints in a shared computer network to establish a connection that enable a two-way transmission of data, and is there any data loss is detected and automatically it is corrected, which is why the TCP is also called a reliable protocol. The term TCP IP protocol stack is also commonly used for internet protocol. So the protocol is almost always based on the internet protocol, that is IP, and this connection is is the foundation for the majority of public and local networks and the network services. So the transmission control protocol is a network communication protocol which is designed to send data packets over the network. The transmission control protocol is a connection oriented protocol, which means a connection is established and maintained until the application programs at each and have finished exchanging messages. So the transmission control protocol is a transport layer protocol in a OSI standard, and it is used to create a connection between remote computers by transporting and ensuring the delivery of messages over supported networks and the internet. So in the open system interconnection, that is OSI communication model, TCP cover parts of layer 4 and the transport layer and the parts of layer 5 and the session layer. So we will see that connection management transmission control protocol works in server or client model. So the client initiates the connection and the server either accept or reject it. So the three-way handshaking is used for connection management. We will going to study about that connection handshaking, three-way connection handshaking model in the next video. So in this image shows that initiator and a responder, that is client and the server. The client initiating the connection to the server. That is client means it's a initiator. So here the initiator, so they are initiating the connection, that is they are sending the synchronization message, and the responder, it says server side, it is sending the acknowledgement, okay, connection may be established. So again the initiator sending a message to the responder, that is server side, to acknowledging the connection establishment. So this is the way of establishing the connection. So here we will see what is the features of this transmission control protocol. The features of transmission control protocol is it is a reliable protocol, that is the receiver always send either positive or negative acknowledgement about the data packet to the sender, so that the sender always has bright clue about whether the data packet is reached the destination or it needs to resend. So that's why it is called a reliable protocol. and TCP ensure that the data reaches intended destination in the same order it was sent. And another feature, the transmission control protocol is a connection oriented, so it requires the connection between two remote points be established before sending actual data. So the TCP provide error checking and recovery mechanism. So the provide and it provide end to end communication. So this TCP provide flow control and quality of services, and it is operate client server point to point mode, and it is transmission control provide full duplex server, that is nothing but it can perform role of both server and client, or receiver and sender. Now we will see segment format of transmission control protocol. Typically, the header of a TCP packet contains the data required for connection and the data transmission with the transmission control protocol. So this no, header data which contain the controlled information that precedes the payload to be transferred, and it is typically no 20 bytes. That means it's a 20 into 8 160 bits, so in size. So it is followed by the 40 bytes, that is 32 bits of additional information which is optional and not used in all packets. So the following figure shows that transmission control protocol segment header and the different fields in TCP header and the use of this field. So in this figure we can source here there is a source port, it's a source address, and there is a destination port, it's a destination address. So there is a 2 byte means 16 bit, the destination port also 2 bytes 16 bit, so totally 4 bytes, so 32 bits. Then sequence number 4 bytes and acknowledgement number 4 bytes, and the length of the header is 4 bits, and reserved 6 bits, and there is a some of the flags also there, and window size is the size of the window is 2 bytes, and you can urgent pointer 2 byte, and TCP checksum is also 2 bytes. So and there is options which is optional. Now we will go and see one by one segment format of transmission control protocol. So here the source port it is only the 16-bit number. So the which is identify the source port number. That means sending computer TCP ports, and the destination port, that is also 16-bit number which identify the destination port number, that is nothing but it's a receiving ports. Sequence number also it's a 32-bit number, so the 32-bit number used for byte level numbering of TCP segments. If you are using the TCP, each byte of data is assigned a sequence number. So if synchronized message SYN flag is set to set, then no, that is during the three-way handshake connection initiation. So if synchronized message initiated set, then this initial sequence then this is the initial sequence number. The sequential number of the actual first data byte will then be the sequence number plus 1. So example of sequential number, let the first byte of the data by a device in a particular TCP header will have its sequence number in this field 50,000. If the packet has 500 bytes of a data in it, then the next packet sent by this device will have the sequence number of 50,000 plus 500 plus 1. So 50,501. Now acknowledge number also 32 bits number field. So this which is indicate the next sequence number that the sending device is expecting from the other device. Header length is also 4-bit field which shows the number of 32-bit watts in the header, also known as the data offset field. So the minimum size header is 5 watts. So binary pattern is 0 1 0 1 0 1. Then reserved always no set to 0. The size of the bit is 6. So control bit flags. We have seen before that TCP is a connection oriented protocol. The meaning of connection oriented protocol is nothing but before any data can be transmitted. So that is the label connection must be obtained and acknowledged. So the control bit govern the entire process of connection establishment, data transmissions, and connection transmission. So the control bits are listed as follows. They are no URG or acknowledgement, urgent pointer and acknowledgement ACK. Then push function, that is PSKITE flag. Uh, Using this flag, TCP allows a sending application to specify that the data must be pushed immediately. So when an application requests the TCP to push data, the TCP should send the data that has accumulated without waiting to fill the segment. And RST flag, that is nothing but a reset the connection. So RST bit is used to reset the TCP connection, no, due to the unrecoverable errors. So when reset is RST function is received in a TCP segment, so the receiver must respond by no, immediately terminate the connection. So reset causes both sides immediately to receive the connection and also its resources. As a result, the transfer of data ceases in both directions, which can result in no loss of data that is in the transit. So a TCP RST function indicate the abnormal termination of the connection. SYN flag. So SYN flag, that means synchronized sequence number. So the source is beginning a new counting sequence. In other words, the TCP segment contains the sequence number of the first send byte. So then fin statements, FIN function, there is no more data from the sender. Receiving a TCP segment with the fin flag does not mean that transferring data in the opposite direction is not possible, because TCP is a full duplex connection. So the fin flag will cause the closing of connection only in one direction. To close TCP connection gracefully, application uses the fin flag. Next flag is checksum. So this is the 16-bit checksum field is used for error checking of the header and data. Segment format of transmission control protocol. From the format we can see the window indicate the size of the receive window, which is specify the number of bytes beyond the sequence number in the acknowledgement field that the receiver is currently willing to receive. Then urgent pointer. So urgent pointer shows that end of the urgent data so that interrupted data streams can continue. When the urgent URG bit is set, the data is given priority over other data streams. That is, the size of the urgent pointer is 16 bits. So, summary of this presentation, we may have learned that what is TCP and its segment format of transmission control protocol. So, reference of this lecture, you can go through these different books and get additional information about this lecture. Thank you.